Windows Me Millennium Edition, the most hated Microsoft operating system from the early 2000s, and quite possibly until the release of Windows Vista. It doesn't get much recognition these days or attention, but today I'm going to set out to answer another question that no one has asked. Can Windows Millennium Edition run Minecraft? We're about to find out. So, to answer that question, yes, you can run Minecraft on Windows Millennium. So let me explain what's going on here for people who may be new to my channel. I'm running this on a Pentium 3 computer, but the problem is, even though I have two CPUs in this computer, Windows Millennium can only see one CPU. So right now we're just using one Pentium 3 at 1.5 gigahertz, but Windows Millennium is able to see the 2 gigabytes of RAM that I have, and that's not natively. I had to install a patch for it to do that. I don't know how well it actually works, but it sees it, so that's something. And, well, CPU-Z just doesn't really work too well on Windows Millennium. But you'll have to take my word for it that there's a 3DFX Voodoo 5 5500 running the graphics, and that may be to blame for why this looks so screwed up. And I did do a video on the 3DFX Voodoo 5 running Minecraft, but I used a much older version. So this version is a little newer, and it's giving different results. I'm using Minecraft 1.5.2, and I installed Java 6, since Windows Millennium doesn't really like any of the newer Javas. So let's try to create a new world. I don't exactly remember all the controls. I think if I press twice, it'll give me creative. Well, let's just find out. So this is my first time trying this. I don't know how well it's going to work. I know it's going to push the CPU to the limits. I just know it. The 3DFX card as well is not going to have a great time. But to be honest, you're not going to get a much better setup running Windows Millennium. The best card Windows Millennium can use is the GT6800, which will actually render Minecraft properly, but still give you pretty poor frames. And the best CPU you could use with Windows Millennium is arguably a later Pentium 4, arguably, but I think the driver support would be pretty spotty. So what's going on here? I think something is supposed to be happening, but it's not. So maybe I need to try... Yeah, this doesn't quite seem right. Oh, all right. I was just about to say maybe I should pause the video, but it looks like something is happening. This is quite interesting, though. This is quite interesting to see. I do not think that we're going to be able to do anything. Oh, hey, hey, it worked. It's really dark. Let me, yeah, nice little sound there. Don't know how to turn the brightness up. Whatever this setting is seems to be doing something. Okay. Well, oh, I guess it's not too bad. This needs to go away. There we go. So we don't have sound. We have pretty bad frames. But all in all, it's not too bad. It kind of reminds me of like that one free Steam game called Unturned, the graphics anyway, because it's just very flat textures, and I think that may be to blame on the 3DFX card, but I can't say for sure. It didn't do this on Windows 2000. But yeah, this is the frames. The frames are not good. Oh man, imagine trying to beat Minecraft on this. So it looks like we're in a taiga biome, which is nice. I would like to at least take a look at one more biome before I call it quits. but it's very, very hard to move around. Let's see if I can try to lower the render distance. It's very hard to do anything. Okay. Okay, I think this might be the slider for the render distance. It's really, really hard to tell. Okay, yes, I think it was. But it didn't make much of a difference. It's still really bad. I have no idea why I can't see the menu. That probably is the 3DFX card. But again, in Minecraft version, I think it was version 1, the 3DFX card was able to show the menu, so they must have changed the mechanics of how the menu works. But I don't think Windows Millennium is helping anything either. That's interesting too. The sky kind of looks like it's snowing, but I don't think it is. I think we're in a. I think we're in a desert. This might. Yeah. This. I think this is supposed to be a cactus. Let's see if I can break it. Yep. Okay. So this is a cactus. We are in creative mode because I was able to pick it up. So that's interesting. When you have items in your hand, it shows up normally, but otherwise no. Let's see if I can fly, because you might be able to hear. It is not letting me press space twice and do it. I think there's just too much lag. And yeah, another thing I noticed is it keeps trying to show me a recipe book or something, which is very glitchy. This does make me wonder if there would be a way to optimize this to actually work with playable frames. I'm sure it has something to do with how DOS can only process one line of code at a time. Because Windows Millennium, if you don't know, Windows Millennium is MS-DOS. This the code behind this is from the 80s. I mean, this is ancient. This is ancient technology, ancient coding. I mean, it's been polished throughout the years. I'm sure that they've done some stuff to improve it, but this is 16-bit, hybrid 16-bit code. It's ancient. And for anyone who is curious, this is running on an SSD. I mean, it has an IDE adapter, so it's limited to 133 megahertz bus speed, but it is an SSD. So you definitely expect more performance out of a SSD-equipped computer. Oh, look, a flower. The flower works fine. Let's see if we can walk up to. Oh my gosh, this is. Oh, am I in water? Is this a river? we're in water. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Okay. Well, let's see if we can see this. Okay, we got a flower. Okay, so I think we could only see it because it was dropped, but I think I'm gonna try to plant it. I don't think I can. This looks like grass. Maybe I can plant it here. Oh my gosh. That's a flower for you. A big squarey box. That's very interesting. I wouldn't have thought that was a flower. I thought it would have been grass. Well, I would like to try to find one more biome before I call this a video, although I am sure that the less than a frame per second is hard on people's eyes. Let's actually see what we're running at. Well, there's F3 mode for you. I guess we don't get to know our frames. Well, all right. And also, yeah, I don't remember if I said, but there is no sound. The sound just does not work. The sound card does have all the drivers installed, so you know there should be sound. But I'm trying to look in this crevasse here. I think that white stuff is supposed to be stone, but I can't say for sure. Maybe it's like an ore. It's probably stone. And to confirm, this is sand. The brown stuff is sand. It's getting really hard to move. The frames are actually getting worse as time goes on. I bet the memory's just filling up or something. I'm sure the one CPU is really red hot right now, whichever one's working. And it's a shame because I know if Windows Millennium would support more than one CPU, I'm sure this would run a little better. Pentium 3 isn't extremely fast. I think I mentioned it in one of my other videos. One Pentium 3 core, at the speed I'm running it, is about half of one of my Threadripper cores. And of course, my Threadripper has 16 cores and 32 threads. So it performs at about the same as half of one of those cores. I found that out through running an older version of Cinebench, doing a single core test on both of them and kind of adding up the scores. This mountain is really hard to climb, by the way. It is one frame. One frame makes it really hard. So this is a tree. I think we're trying to go into a prairie biome. I could be wrong. It could just be more desert. Or maybe we just went in a big circle. I don't really know. But anyway, to finish this off, let's see if we can crash it. Oh, wrong. Wrong. Is that how that works? It's really, really hard to tell. Oh, there we go, there we go. Okay. To wrap it up, let's see if we can crash it. Okay, the TNT is brown as well. Let's just see what happens here. I don't think it'll be able to handle very much of this. Alright. Well, that might be about 10 TNT. It's kind of hard to tell considering the ground is the same color. I'm trying to grab the redstone torch. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh! How did... Okay, activating TNT gives you X-ray. Alright. That is interesting. That is... Although it handled that quite well, I will admit. We have some green particles. Green and yellow particles from the TNT. That might be XP, actually. Let's confirm. I'm pretty sure that might have been XP. I might have blown up like some coal. Well, it did pretty good. Made a pretty decent sized hole and didn't crash. So anyway, there you have it. When you're running Minecraft on Windows Millennium, everything is the same color. Everything is just a block, and TNT gives you X-ray. So if you're looking for a cheap, easy way to get X-ray on any Minecraft server that you're playing on, just load it up on Windows Millennium, and that's the way to do it. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. I appreciate all the support that this channel has gotten. Thank you everyone who has subscribed, and there will be more videos like this coming out soon. So just stay tuned, and thanks for watching.